Mike, good morning, sir. How are you? Good to see you.
Good morning, Paul.
This thing that is coming up, when, and tell me a little bit about it. Your founder, director, Natchez Eurofest, and again, it's that time of the year again. Tell me about it.
You bet. It's going to be this Friday and this Saturday. This will be the 19th Eurofest that I put on in the Renaissance in Natchez and in Baton Rouge, and this will be by far the most outstanding. We just looks like we're going to get a great break for the weather. The field is the biggest we've ever had, and it's the most diverse. We've got cars that I've never even heard of showing up. It's going to really be a nice show.
Now, I don't know why this is called the Natchez Eurofest. You're talking about this one is in Ridgeland at the Renaissance, right?
No, we do Ridgeland in October. We do Natchez in April.
All right. Well, I was a little confused. This one's going to be in Natchez itself.
Yes, right on Broadway Street. We're going to take 3 blocks from Main, heading north on Broadway. We'll have cars on both sides of the street. We'll have cars on a big paved parking area, and so far we've got 162 cars entered. Biggest entry we've ever had.
And when is this going to be? You said this weekend. Is it Friday and Saturday?
Well, Friday we have what we call road rally drives, and these car owners are like a lot of car owners. They love to caravan and drive. So we've got a caravan that will begin in New Orleans, pick up some cars in Baton Rouge, and then we got another one in Jackson, all coming to Natchez, and then proceeding to St. Francisville, Louisiana for a complimentary lunch, back to Natchez for Friday night welcome reception, and then the show's the next day, Saturday.
Well, can they get on in a convoy on the Natchez Trace? Is that legal? I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's legal. So. You have to register it though.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you said 162 cars?
162 cars. The show will start at 10 o'clock, but we urge all of your listeners to show up early, particularly if they want to take pictures, photos. By the time the show starts, there's so many people around the cars, you can't really get a good photo of maybe a favorite car, one you've never seen before. So
I've been to the one at the Renaissance more than once, and it's just absolutely amazing, some of these vehicles.
Yeah.
And some of them come from quite a fur piece.
Yeah, this year, Paul, in Natchez, we've got cars coming from 12 states. We have 3 cars that are absolutely outstanding. One is a 1925 RollsRoyce Silver Ghost that's being driven from a little town right outside of Austin, Texas. The gentleman's going to take 2 days to get here. He said he never trailers his cars. He always likes to drive them. And if you've ever seen a Silver Ghost, I never have, but if you've ever seen one, you'll never forget it. It's just
that one wasn't at the Renaissance?
No. No, we've never had
You had a couple there that were just amazing.
Bentley and Rolls-Royce is always a big class of ours. In Natchez this year, for instance, we're going to have 35 Rolls-Royce and Bentleys. In addition, and the leader will be the 25 Silver Ghost. Another car we're going to have that is highly unusual is a 1935 Austin 7 Chummy, which is a little small British car. It weighs less than 800 pounds. It has a 4-cylinder engine, and this particular car spent its first 30 years in Egypt. The next 30 years it spent in Lebanon, and the final 30 years it spent in Baton Rouge. It was given to King Farouk to be, the king of Egypt to be, when he was 11 years old. And we have a photo on our website of him driving the car at 11 years of age.
What size engine's in that thing?
6.5 horsepower.
6.5 horsepower.
Yeah, it's got looks like motorcycle tires.
I was going to say your John Deere lawnmower is better than that one.
But it's been very well taken care of. And the fellow that owns it is just a super guy. He's a car collector.
Yeah.
But the car I need to tell you about that's just off the charts.
Wait a minute. Go back one more question on that Silver Ghost.
Okay.
What's the value of that one? How much?
I have no idea, but it's well north of $1 million. Well north of $1 million.
I can't imagine this guy driving that thing.
Yeah, when he said he was going to drive, I was very concerned, particularly about him crossing the Mississippi River at that bridge in Baton Rouge, which takes, regardless of the time of day, it takes 30 to 45 minutes, and a car like that would heat up. If it wasn't moving real fast,
and all of a sudden you get to the last 10 miles and there's a thunderstorm and a hailstorm that comes in, and I would worry like hell all the way through there.
Yeah. Well, in a case like that, I hope he can find an overpass real quick to get under.
Absolutely. Okay. Now you see, you were about to spotlight the car.
Yeah, I want to tell you about this car. Mm-hmm. This is a Ferrari 250 GT Coupe that in 1956 was the 33rd finisher in the Mille Miglia, the 1,000-mile road race in Italy. Enzo Ferrari first made cabriolets, convertibles, but then later on he decided to make coupes. This was one of 7 prototype coupes he made. And of the 7, 3 of them were made with aluminum bodies, which were raced. This car finished, like I said, 33rd in the 56 Mille, and the owner raced it in the Mille in 2021, and it was the #1 American finished car. And he's bringing it to Natchez, and it is an extremely rare car. And if you've seen a lot of Ferrari roadsters before, but a coupe like this with an alloy body is just very unusual.
I was wondering if any of these cars had appeared at the Pebble Beach one, that big car show out there.
Oh, yeah, that's the big daddy of them all.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. For folks in this area to see this fine a collection of automobiles, you would have to go to a Pebble Beach, to an Amelia Island, to a Hilton Head, one of those big national shows. On a regional basis, this is about as good as it gets, quite frankly.
All right, one more time. Where's it going to be?
It's going to be in Natchez, Mississippi, right downtown this Saturday. Show starts at 10 o'clock with the national anthem. Then we're going to have the Hub City Bagpipe Band march and put on a concert. And we will have awards ceremony at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
How much money does it cost to get in?
It's free to the public. We charge nothing for the public. We charge nothing for exhibitors.
And Mike, we like that price. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it very much.
Appreciate
Mike
the
Marsh.
shot, Paul. Thank you.
You got it. Founder, director.